Um, Hello everyone. Those who are here, you guys can ask your question by giving your name and DOB, and you can choose any of the decks that you are seeing now. I will answer one question for free, and this is a live session, so you guys can ask only one question. Here is a tarot normal rider Waite deck, monology deck, god and goddess deck, and the Greenwich Oracle. You can choose whichever one do you want. If you have a descriptive question, you guys can go for tarot. If you have basic advice, you guys can go for monology. And if you want some kind of indication, some kind of messages from God, you can choose the god and goddess dog. And green witch oracle deck is generally is for remedies or regarding what you guys should go. So you guys can ask your question by giving your name and DOB if possible. Otherwise, your name will be enough, and I will answer your one question for free. So you guys can ask your question and you can choose your deck. As I already discussed, the which deck is suitable for what kind of things. So you guys can ask your question, and I'm hoping that I'm audible to you guys. Hello guys, you guys can ask your question by giving your name and DOB, and I'm waiting. And you guys can choose any of the deck. Let me bring that now. And you guys can ask your question in Hindi or English depending upon the language you want. So अगर आपको हिंदी में चाहिए तो you get your answer in हिंदी, मतलब हिंदी में आंसर मिल जाएगा. And if you want in English, then it's English. You guys can ask your question by giving me your question in the chat, please. Hey guys, you guys can ask your question and I will answer it. You can choose any of the deck. This is the basic one, the Rider Waite Tarot. This is the Monology deck. This is the God and Goddesses deck, and this is the Greenwich Oracle. So you guys can choose your deck and ask your question, and I will answer it. Please go ahead and ask questions. It's free. Free Q&A. Okay. I'm not seeing any question in the chat, so please type your question in the chat if you want an answer to your question. So this is how the deck look like, and you guys are not asking questions, so I'm going to show you some that. This is normal one. Okay, this is the goddesses deck. You guys can ask your question, and you can ask your question in the comments, please. This is the Moonology deck. And this is the normal tarot rider waite. So you guys can ask your question. I'm waiting for you guys. I think you guys can comment now. Am I audible? Hello? Hello? Am I audible to you? Yes, I am audible. You guys can ask your question by giving me your name and DOB, please. You guys can ask your question by giving me your question in the chat and I will take it. Can I? Okay, you guys can ask your question, please. I'm waiting. You guys can ask your question by giving me your name and DOB, and if DOB is not possible, you guys can just give me your name and I will answer your question. So just type your question, guys. You can also choose the deck if you want that I am described before, or you can just see below. So you guys can ask your question. Hello everyone, you guys can ask your question, please. Hey guys, those who are new here, please ask your question. Hello guys, you can ask your question by giving me your name and DOB. And yes, so those who are here, you guys can ask your question by giving me your name and DOB, please. I'm waiting for your question if you are typing. Hello guys, you guys can ask your question by giving me your name and DOB. And if DOB is not possible, then your name will be enough. You can type your question in the chat and I will answer your question. So please go ahead and type your question. I also have the tea leaf cards, by the way. So whosoever is watching.